Unearthed, how a dog's jawbone has revealed that dogs have been man's best friend for thousands of years more than we thought. Now, deep underground in a cave in Somerset, a fragment of a jawbone has transformed the story of how dogs became our best friends. DNA analysis shows it belonged to one of the very first domesticated dogs. The discovery, surprisingly, reveals that people had pet dogs in Britain 15,000 years ago, long before cats ever entered our homes or cows were domesticated. Our science correspondent Palab Ghosh has been to the cave where they made the discovery, and he has sent us this report.
It's a small piece of jawbone, but a huge scientific discovery. The animal it belonged to stalked these caves in Cheddar Gorge thousands of years ago. New tests on the bone, of which this is a replica, have revealed astonishing new insights into the relationship between the beast that once roamed these caves and the people who lived here. It may not look like much, but this fragment of a jawbone has transformed our ideas of dogs and their relationship to humans. Genetic analysis shows that this was one of the first ever domesticated dogs that lived with humans here 15,000 years ago. That's thousands of years earlier than anyone had previously thought.
We had Stone Age hunter-gatherers and their dogs living and inhabiting this cave.
Dr Lockie Scarsbrook was among the scientists who made the discovery.
Not only is this earlier than we thought for dogs, it's 6,000 years earlier than cattle, pigs, sheep, all of these other domesticates. Cats only entered our homes 2,000 years ago. So this is a very long-standing relationship between humans and dogs, and it's been pushed back for 5,000 years earlier than we thought before.
These are broken remains of puppies that once lived around the same time, but 2,000 miles away in central Anatolia in Turkey. The test showed that the dogs were genetically similar, which means that the Turkish dogs must have travelled across Europe with their masters. Tests also showed they ate the same food as humans.
Dogs and humans were travelling together. They were also sharing the same food. There is this closeness between them. So human's best friend was his best friend at least 15,000 years ago.
But the scientific search goes on.
Although this was a bit of a breakthrough, we still have no real understanding of how dogs and wolves first separated. But from genetic analysis, we can tell it was probably between about 40 and 15,000 years ago.
The new research, published in the journal Nature, suggests that the friendship between the very first dogs and Stone Age humans runs very deep and was there almost from the very start. Palab Ghosh, BBC News, Somerset.